Hi, everybody. It's good to see y'all today. Kind of excited to show y'all some of the updates. Let's see who we got in the house tonight. John, it's good to see you. And Nisi, thank you so much for coming. Rachel, good to see you. Thank you for coming out. Tarsha, thank you so much. Thank everybody for coming out. And we might get rained on, so I might have to run for the hills, but we'll do this as quick as we can because, I mean, look at the sky. But I ain't going to turn down some rain because we so need it. Jared, good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Boy, the garden's changed since we done the last little view here. Look at all this. Okra's grown, and we pulled some things up. And Daryl, good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Some things has been pulled up. The cabbage is gone, and the onions is gone, and Cody's good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. We hadn't had any rain in like 2 weeks, so this stuff's dry. Lord, is it dry? But the green beans that we planted on live, there you go. Here the rain comes. Hopefully, we'll make it. They're already knee high and starting to bud out, so we should have some green beans soon enough. Let's see who else we got coming in here. Danette, it's good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Philip, good to see you. My brother, good to see you too. Look at that, it's raining with the sun shining. But the okra, ever since I've pulled a lot of the weeds out of it, has definitely started growing. Peanuts is down through there somewhere. Right here's the cucumbers. There's some needing pulled already. Look at that rain. Of course, it would start right as I go live. I don't even care. I'll get under the shade tree out of the rain. How about that? Looks like I got some okra to pick some point. It's been so dry the yard's dead. But get out here under the big shade tree. We won't worry about the rain. Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for coming in. Sorry about the rain, but we sure need it though. That's a doggone fact. These gardens have been so dry. Let me raise it up a little bit. There we go. It's been so crazy dry out here. First time we've had rain in 2 weeks, so boy, this garden will sure like that very well. It's just a coming down, but we're out here under the big old shade tree, so uh, we'll let it rain long as it will. Boy, it's raining hard. And you know something? I just realized my windows are down. Let me roll those up. Alrighty, I'm back. That's better. Sky sure is pretty even though it's raining. But like I said, we'll sure take it. Our garden has been so dry, Lord. I try to till, and all you do is get dusted out. But the corn has come in. This table here and this thing here. Sorry about that, guys. Was full, just mounded over with corn, and we've been able to help feed families with this garden this year. That's one thing I'm pretty proud of that we was able to do. Is folks that needed it, got it. But it's been hot all day today, and I literally just got back from filming a few videos with Autumn today. It was a cloudy day, so we went out and took advantage of that long as we could. But we got hot, decided to come home, and this is the new live stream time you guys asked for. So, but of course, it had to rain, which, like I said, I'm not going to complain too bad because we really need that rain. And today, the humidity was way down. You know, it's been like 85 degrees and feel like 110, but it wasn't nowhere near that today. So it was nice. We just stayed in the shade and took advantage of that old shade while we could. But this right here is all we got left of the corn, this little table. A lot of this is small, but good eating. Put that stuff in the pressure cooker for like 2 minutes, it's completely done. So yeah, I feel it if it starts raining, go to the house. Well, it hadn't offered the lightning and it's already slowed down raining, so good enough. And then the tomatoes that I pulled, they're right here. We put them on this old ironing board. Been having to pull them early so that they'll ripen without something eating them. Cody says it's so hot that the tires were melting. That's funny. That's mighty hot. You can keep that. I take this rain though, but you can start telling that the time of year it is because when spring starts turning into summer and all that, your springtime stuff starts to fade and the tomatoes is starting to die back and starting to see that our squash is starting to do the same thing. I was going to show y'all down here. Uh, Squash is starting to do the same thing, starting to make its way out. But these first 4 rows of corn have come in, and we picked 2 or 3 folding tables full. Welcome in, Janet. Good to see you. Thanks so much. Good to see everybody today. Rain was short and sweet, but we'll take what we can get of it. But yeah, you can start seeing that this old sun's really been beating down on this okra or squash here. It's starting to bake it pretty good. Here, I wanted to show y'all this. Left a surprise for my dad in the squash patch. I actually put that there for somebody else. They said they wanted to come get them some stuff, and I said sure, and I left them a snake. But Looks like I need to get out here and do some picking, but it looks like our zucchinis is about completely gone. There's some big zucchini on here. Big old squash needs pulled. But these first 4 rows of corn have come in, and see, Cody said their garden didn't do good. They managed to get a few tomatoes and some corn. Right. But looky here, guys. Big boy right there. I've been out here turning them, make sure they don't get any kind of rot or anything in them. See, all through here, some big old watermelons. It didn't even rain enough to even wet this good. Look at there. That bad boy's big. Our old scarecrow's still making it out here. These 4 rows here are the last ones that we're planting. Dad said he's thinking about leaving them for seed for next year, so we won't have to buy no seed. But look at these watermelons. They're just loaded with watermelons. I don't know what's going to go with them. I don't know if we're going to. I don't know if we're going to be giving those away or eating them or what. Because I know Alderman Hope will tear up a watermelon. This is the cantaloupes. They're just now coming in good. They're spotty, full of blooms. It didn't even rain enough to wet this spot where this tree is. Kind of hoping that these right here put on, they put on something so we can have some seed yet. This is our cantaloupes. Hopefully they do good. Well, hey, May, good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Mighty good to see everybody. This garden has been a blessing this year. We've been able to share the wealth, help feed people. We took a $10 donation yesterday. Somebody donated us a little money, but we've been mostly giving this to people, help feed them. Sometimes it's hard to get anything to eat nowadays. Uh, these 4 rows of corn right here have put on like crazy because I put up 30 ears. I froze 30 ears. And then Dad gave away a bunch. He still got that half a tableful that's up there. But I've only got, looks like one zucchini bush still alive. But look. Big old zucchini. Makes good hibachi if you like hibachi. I do. I love hibachi. I make it. Well, come on. I make hibachi myself all the time. We've picked buckets and buckets and buckets of cucumbers. We were able to can 1 gallon jug of whole pickles, and we've done 11 jars of spears and 5 jars of slices for hamburgers on the pickles. And we've eat pickles and give away pickles. And Dad, he's wanting me to save this last run here. We're going to let them get big and yellow and scoop the seeds out and peel them and make some cinnamon spice pickles out of those. So we'll have that to do. And the second planting of the potatoes is it's getting up there pretty good. There'll probably be time to dig them soon enough. But the garden's done fantastic this year. The pepper plants, I mean, they're not super hot right now, but looky here. And there's a red one now. I'm going to pull that and take that to Autumn. That's a cayenne. Let her eat the first pepper off of them. I'll probably take the zucchini home and we'll, like I said, I'll make some hibachi out of that. Cut it up with some mushrooms and chicken and all that good stuff. But the first 2 rows is those green beans that me and Hope planted on live. And the next run is the second planting of October beans. They're sort of like a pinto bean. We had to redo those because the first ones, they didn't do nothing hardly. But you can see that the sun's really having at these tomatoes here. But look here, good okra ready to pull. I just pulled it 2 days ago, so I'll probably be out here pulling okra and tomatoes and cucumbers soon enough. Let's see, where did our peanuts go? Trying to see if I can see the peanut. There they are. Here's the peanuts. They get out here and hoe around them really good and good old cucumber. I know Dad want me to leave some, but I can't help but pick a few. Go home and eat them. But yeah, we got some great old big ones. See right there's a great big one that we've left to grow, and right in there is a great big one. But had plenty this year, definitely had plenty to share, and I'll be pulling, like I said, I'll be pulling some okra here in a little bit. Oh, I love cucumbers. We've eaten more cucumbers than we know what to do with. But garden's been doing pretty good. Just I got to get out here and work in it again. Time to till it, and got to go down through here and find the peanut vines, which there's a few. Get out here with the garden hoe and hoe them. And that this row right here with these really tall weeds in it, there really ain't hardly any okra in it. Never was. And I hadn't had time to get out here and pull them weeds, which I will. I'll pull them up and we'll till all that grass and junk out of there. Yeah, we had, matter of fact, for supper last night, we had some fried okra, and what else does it have? Mashed potatoes, fried okra, corn on the cob, sliced tomatoes. Welcome in, Thomas. It's good to see you, bro. Thank you so much. Always good to see you. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. I hate when I miss people. Yeah, sure appreciate everybody again for coming in. It's been a good year this year for gardening. Seems like it's been pretty good anyway. Like I said, we've been able to help feed folks, and that's the best thing, to help feed them. And I took, see what, tomatoes and squash and okra and zucchinis and corn, all that. Just give it to people, and Dad does too. I think today he loaded up a carload of that corn and left it at our local pharmacy for people it's just in a little bag and they can just grab it and go home with it. Of course, had them little bitty black bugs that get around the silky part of it, and the worms get in it, but that's what they make a knife for. Said Tarsha said squash, zucchini, green tomatoes, zucchini, corn, saute it in bacon grease. Sounds pretty good to me. Tonight, I think I'm just gonna make some homemade chili. I tell you, the best thing that anybody ever told me, I swear, is this. Oh, Matt Presley from Celebrating Appalachia, what that thing and tie, flap it in the wind, put it around your neck. It's like air conditioning. And before this year, I never had one of these type hats because I couldn't stand them. But with the weather being as hot as it is, there ain't no way you can get out here and work in it without having something like this. I give $5 the 4th of July at the little trade day or the little 4th of July festival we go to. Five whole bucks for that. And that's been the best thing. Keep the sun off, and this right here keeps you cool. Just can't beat that. And as far as Saturday, what's our video going to be? This week, it's actually time to do another the historic Appalachian photos, but this week we're going to change it up. We're going to do a Alabama history kind of. Well, hey Scully, good to see you, brother. Thanks so much for coming in. We're going to do a history video, kind of like Appalachian history. It's a town and a church schoolhouse building and a lady all in one video. It's a long forgotten little community, unincorporated community, and a schoolhouse that was built in 1916, and a lady just buried out in front of the church house. Nobody else is there, so I come across it and I found that very interesting. So we're going to do that, and then next week I think we'll get into another Appalachian photo videos, which I have plenty. Uh, and then ain't no telling what we're going to do from there. The next live stream will probably be doing some stories because we haven't done. It seems like we haven't done a live stream forever. Took Hope to watch a movie and a couple of movies actually. And, just getting out of the house because it's been so hot that she's been shut in, hadn't been able to go anywhere. And welcome, Flying Squirrel. So good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Uh, it's been, like I said, this hot weather. Hope goes out in it. She has to come right back in because it just makes her sick. She can't handle it. So the other channel has been falling behind because of the weather. We ain't been able to get out and do like we normally because of the weather. But today it's been cloudy and not cool, but the humidity's not been as high here as it's been. So we got out, filmed like 5 or 6 different videos today for that, and just just been doing what we can do. Of course, over here every other day, picking the things as they come in, the okra and squash, which the squash is playing out, and we're letting the cucumbers. We're going to let those go until they get big and yellow for those other pickles. Yeah, and just keep on the trucking, I guess. Dad's probably going to use these last tomatoes here to make some tomato juice. He likes to keep the tomato juice around, make soups and all kind of stuff with it. I always I enjoy getting to talk to y'all. It's so awesome. Yeah, I know it, Philip. You ain't kidding. Uh, when it gets hot out here, I usually go. Dad has this big old 50-gallon drum of rain water. I'll dip my little hanky in there and get it good and wet. Throw that over me, and I got this hat, and I keep like a thermos of ice water. So if I feel like I'm getting hot, I'll go and sit in the barn there and drink a ice cold water and re-wet this thing. We just keep going. Like I said, I'll have to get out here and work in this one again. The garden down there, after we pull that squash up, that'll be. We'll cut the corn stalks down, and Dad said something about donating those to the local farmer to feed the cows. But we'll pull up the squash plants. That garden down there is pretty much just put to bed. I'll just kind of till between the watermelons, and that'll be all I do down there. But up here, we'll have the green beans to pick, and October the beans to pick, and the tomatoes, the okra, and the peanuts. We'll pull those when they get big enough to pull, which that's not till October. It'll still be long ways out before that comes. So let's see. Janet says she tricked the boss today, used the words hot glue gun and zippers and in the same sentence. That's funny. But yeah, we the garden, like I said, that garden down there is pretty much just going to take care of itself because it's just watermelons in it. The squash, like I said, it's playing out, so it'll be gone. And we've already picked 4 of the 8 rows, and those other 4, we'll just let those dry on the cob. And said we'll pull those off the cob, put the seed up, and we'll use it for next year. And like I said, we'll be putting letting these cucumbers that's out here just grow until they get big to turn into spice pickles. So, then we'll get back. Like I said, we'll get into the do the live stream at the house. The next time we'll get into some more stories and do some live stories. If you guys have any kind of strange, experiences y'all ever had, or maybe some history around your house that you'd like to share, just uh, shoot me an email at myerstalesappalachia@gmail.com, and we'll see if we can get put together on that. Yeah, flying squirrel, absolutely. I actually cheat rather than turn the water hose on. I usually stick my head in that 50-gallon drum. I just forgot to mention that. But, yeah, I've heard that. Put the hay around the watermelons to make them grow better. But yeah, I can. I usually take this old hat and dip my hat in that dip my head in that bucket or barrel of water down there, and uh, get my head good and wet, and get this bandana good and wet, and we just go to work, and we keep doing that till we're through, pretty much. So I'm gonna go down here and show y'all that barrel. We've got this. It's a plastic drum with the top cut out of it, and it has a like an air conditioner cover on it to keep things from falling down in it. But we'll usually grab a watering can out of that, and something that's looking just terrible, it needs water, we'll use that water with, or inside this old building, not the green one, but that one, there's actually a well there. It's a artesian well, but the pump went bad and we couldn't afford to replace it. So we got city water put in. But what we're thinking is buying us a good well bucket and dropping it down in there, because we still got the main pipe that goes down in the ground. Uh, Dropping us a little well bucket down in it, and dipping it bucket at a time as we need it, or forking up some money and getting the pump replaced, which I don't know which one we'll do on that, but we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, right there's our bucket of water. A big old plastic drum full of rainwater. It catches off the eave of the shop here. Like I said, I'll just dip my hanky down in it and dip my head down in there and go back to work till I'm done. All that good stuff. But the watermelons, last year we grew some, but they rotted. So what I've been doing is going out there every other day and just turning them just a little bit. Uh, just pick it up and just move it just a little bit where that same spot's not in the on the ground for too long. But 'cause I know it's got to let air through there, and if it doesn't get air, it'll rot. Watermelons are too expensive to be buying. I'd rather grow them. So, but, like I said, the garden's been so awesome this year. That was kind of our prayer with the garden, when we started this year. Lord, let it prosper so we can help people. And so far, it's been doing amazing. Every time I pick something, I try to, uh, you know, as we pick, shoot y'all a picture so y'all can see. Uh, John says Walmart close by, they sell cool towels. Right. This hanky's $1. I can just dip it in there and you just take it and fan it in there and put it around your neck. Shoot. Don't need no cool towel. Plus, those are probably more than $1. I bought 3 of these. 4th of July, actually. I poured water all over them as we was walking around that little potato festival they have every year. We had these on staying cool. So, like I said, Saturday's going to be on a historic, forgotten community, a church, and a person all in one video. And then the week after next, we'll do another Appalachian photos video, and the next live stream, like I said, we'll do it at the house. It'll be Thursday night at 6 o'clock, like we did this week. It's been really awesome getting to spend time with y'all. I've missed y'all. Hadn't had time to talk with everybody. Hadn't even had time to go live. We just had so much going on, but sure, sure do enjoy every time we get to see y'all, and appreciate y'all coming out and hanging out with us. And I guess I'm gonna let y'all get back to your busy Thursday nights. I'm gonna go home and Hopefully get a pot of chili going and some hot dogs for supper. And I guess I guess until next Thursday night, I'll see y'all later. So, bye guys. We'll see y'all.